What is up everyone? This is going to be the first video on this channel, and today I wanted to talk about a practice that has been deeply meaningful for my life, and it's probably one of the most important practices that I have personally discovered for myself. And it is doing loving meditation, like a love healing meditation every single day. I have a couple of bullet points written here, so I will just reference them, and don't mind if I look over here. So the reason why this is so important for me is because it primes my energy for the rest of the day. I usually do the practice every day in the morning, and it affects the way how I interact with others. I would say from an energetic standpoint, if we take a view that each of us has a bioenergetic field of energy around us, or you can call it an aura, or anything similar. If we go from that standpoint, there is a map of consciousness and energy that you can radiate from your bioenergetic field. And unconditional love is usually at the at the topmost level. So you are essentially, with this practice, influencing not only your mental and your emotional state, you're also influencing the energy that you radiate outwards to the world. Aside from that, what I usually like to do personally is I invite the purity of the highest order to reside within me, and this is like a statement that I make within myself. Sometimes I also say it verbally, but it really helps me to embody the purity of the practice. And usually how the practice looks like, I should have described that at the start, but usually it can either take two forms. It can take the form of being directed towards the self, so inwardly, healing the self through the power of unconditional love, and it can also be redirected outward, such as healing the environment, the people around you, imagining light or love enveloping your neighbors, your community, or even the whole planet. So those are the two forms I usually like to alternate between those. I don't stick to just one, and I think it helps keep the practice novel. So it is always new, always changing. It is not static, and it really depends on the day how I'm feeling and whatever resonates with me the most energetically. That is what I usually do for a specific day. And as I said, I usually like doing this practice every morning. It is not a constant for me. Sometimes if I forget, I do it in the evening, or it really depends, but I prefer keeping it in the morning because it really helps me to prime my energy. And I just wanted to share this with you guys because I find so much benefit in this practice, and it really helps me to embody the values that I want to radiate outwards. It helps me to prime me for kindness and for all the different positive states of being. And as I have said, if we take this from an energetic standpoint, it not only influences our energy and our thoughts, it also influences the energy fields of everyone that we also come into contact with, such as when you're walking in the street, there might be energy exchange that is happening, even though this is not really studied by our material sciences. It is very interesting to consider it from that point of view. So essentially the purpose of this video is, if you're not doing something similar yet into your life, I highly invite you to start doing something along the lines that I have outlined, and it really helps me to embody purity in my life and the virtues that I want to embody. So I think it is of utmost importance to have something like this, and I think you will also benefit greatly for having something similar in your life as well. That is everything I wanted to talk about in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.